Hey everybody, Steve's Record Box, coming back with a short video today, just kind of a recap of a quick visit to the place where everything started for me in the record business. Took a trip last Friday, today's Monday, back to Karma Records, the East Side store in Indianapolis, Indiana, where my record business career started. I was there in 1975 when the store was opened, and was the assistant manager there, and then moved on to the company that owned the Karma record chain in Indiana as a wholesale buyer for a company called Fathers and Sons. So I had not actually realized that I hadn't been back in that store for 40 plus years, probably closer to 45. And so I just planned a quick trip down there Friday just to look around, kind of relive old times. It hasn't changed a whole lot. And I was happy to meet Jim and Sean there, the owner and manager of a couple of the Karma record stores that are still in existence. And they hooked me up with some swag. Got a Karma Records t-shirt that the logo goes back way back into the time when I was there. And it says established in 1970. So oldest record store chain in Indiana. Their first store was in a suburb of Indianapolis called Broad Ripple, which is still a happening music scene to this day. And so I was really happy to meet those guys. We had a great conversation. Swapping stories with Jim and talking about the opening of the store. They had some information that the store was originally opened in 1972, but I believe that 75 is the right date because that's when I left college at Ball State University in Muncie, Indiana, and started working there when the store first opened, helped them open the store. So I believe it's 1975. And anyway, of course, being in a record store, I had to do some digging there. And in conversation with Jim, he said, if there's anything you're looking for that you haven't been able to come up with, let us know and we'll let you know if we come across it. And I mentioned that there have been times in my life where I went through and pulled out some records that I thought, not something that I'm, into now, and I can let those go on to somebody else. And then, afterwards, kicked myself in the butt for doing that. And I mentioned the band Blood Rock, and I had the album Blood Rock 3 that happened with. I let it go, and I've kind of regretted it ever since. And he said, well, if we come across that, we'll let you know. So then I started digging around in their clearance and used records, and lo and behold, Blood Rock 3 was in there. So strange but true. At any rate, I haven't played this yet, but it looks really nice. Price was good. And so I walked up to the counter when I was ready to get going with the back of the album facing Jim and said, well, you know what? Look what I found in the stacks. And he's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that you found that there. So at any rate, I'll probably do a little profile on this Blood Rock 3 album once I get it cleaned up and put it on the table. So just thought I'd share with you that kind of blast from the past. Walked in the store and there's so much that hasn't changed. There's some that I don't remember, some things that have changed a little bit, but so much that hasn't changed. At that time when I worked there, we had in-store appearances by bands that were coming through town. The one that really sticks with my memory is Cheap Trick. And Jim had heard that they had been in the store as well, so had gotten to meet Cheap Trick way back when. So that was one of the highlights of my record store business days in the early days. So at any rate, I got to get running, got to go see my granddaughter. So we'll let you guys go for now, and rock on.